We seek, we search, we try to fill with anything and everything else only to lead us to empty gates. Even though what's so funny is we run and we hide and we chase anything but the original thing. We think we're hiding out, but God is omnipresent. The presence of God is everywhere, all of the time. So we're not, who are we really hiding from, right? That's why we're like, what am I hiding from? But it's always there until the moment that we come to him in humility and we open the door and we invite him in, right? We invite him in. And I think so many of us don't go there because we are believing and we are in that attack of shame. We are in that attack of not feeling good enough, not ready enough. I heard someone say to me the other day, you know what? I've done so much wrong. You know, Christine, I've done so much wrong. Like, I don't even know where I'm embarrassed to come. Like I've gone too long, too far. And this is the thing about unconditional love, right? That's the thing about God, is that unconditional love of the Father that says, come back to me, my son, come back to me, my daughter. And we know that that's why, you know, for those of us who are Christians, we know that that is why Jesus came on the cross, because he was the one who broke that curse, which is what it was, right? And you guys know that if you are if you are feeling yourself sometimes tormented in shame or tormented in guilt or tormented in disorientation and confusion, the noises in your head, you're tormented with guilt of the things that you've done in the past. You know that that can feel like, you know how oppressive that feels. And so when Jesus came, he came to take that all back, right? It's not our burden to carry any longer, right? He came, basically that moment in the garden when they became ashamed and embarrassed and scared because they saw who they were, right? They saw that they had sinned. They had broken the one thing that God asked them not to do. They had crossed the line. Jesus came to restore that, to say, all right, we're not going to live with that curse anymore. And for those of you who have felt like, man, I have been living with a curse, and I know it's intense language, but it's true. You know, there's so much happening. There's so, you know, so much of what happens in our lives are because it feels like a curse on you, right? Like, it's like, how can this be happening again? How can I go through this again? No matter how hard I try in my own head, no matter how many strategies, no matter how much willpower, no matter how many people I get to help me with this, I still have this addiction. I still have this shame. I still have this thing. You feel cursed because it is one. It's the original wound, right? And we break the curse. Jesus comes and he breaks that curse. He breaks that spell. So we are forever craving, guys, to get back to the peaceful, beautiful state of the garden, which is, you know what? It's rest. There's ability to rest there. There's peace in our heart. There's unity between the masculine and the feminine. And we are walking with God at the center in the garden with us, right? We've come back to a place where we can cultivate this beautiful garden, this beautiful space that we've been given, this beautiful relationship that we've been given, because it's been restored. We remember with that lie, that attack that we've been under that made us forget who we were, pitted us against each other, had us living in shame, that which makes us want to wear masks, right? Pretending to be what we're not, right? It's gone. It falls away. And all of a sudden we're like, wow, this is what it feels like to be back in order, right? In the divine order. So I just want to say it's high time we reclaim our original design. And I'm not talking about like everybody go up and find the Garden of Eden and whatever. I believe we're at a time where we are being given the opportunity to rise and restore the kingdom here on earth. So this is our earth. This is our planet. You got your house. I got my house. We got our businesses. You know, your kingdom is your body, your relationship, your home, your business, your community. Each one of us has a kingdom, a miniature kingdom that we have been given, that has been placed underneath us. we have been blessed with. And it doesn't matter if your kingdom is one room or $1 billion business, right? Our natural design is to come back in communion with the divine God, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the source of all things, not source, but the creator of all resources. So when I say he's the source of all things, it means on the moments where I'm all running out of courage, or I'm running out of clarity, or I'm running out of energy, I got to call on supernatural courage, supernatural strength, supernatural confidence, right? Supernatural clarity. The moments that I don't feel like being loving, but I know it's the right thing to do because I love my husband and I love my kids. And even though they're driving me nuts in that moment, maybe I know if I can just allow myself to let love flow through me, it changes the whole dynamic. In those moments, I call on the source of all love, of all courage, of all creation, of all the things. And I say, Holy Spirit, let it flow. Let it flow through me, right? That's what I mean when I say those words.